The National Cutting Horse Association is pleased to welcome Tommy Moore to the NCHA Members Hall of Fame. Tommy Moore grew up on a farm just south of Arlington, Texas. Though he learned to ride at a very young age and continued to ride throughout his youth, Moore didn't start cutting until much later in life. After graduating from the University of Texas in Austin, Moore jumped headfirst into the business world. His rural work ethic and business savvy guided him well, and by the mid-60s, he owned 17 companies located along the Pacific Rim made up of Japan, Singapore, China, Korea, and Taiwan, and another in India. His successful consumer electronics business required lots of time traveling back and forth between Texas and abroad. Understandably, the travel and pressures of running more than a dozen companies began to take a toll on the Texan. During the late 60s, Moore decided he'd had enough and decided to semi-retire. With newfound time on his hands, Moore decided to try cutting as some of his friends were already involved. The more the businessman learned about cutting horses and showing cutters, the more involved he became. In 1983, Moore was elected NCHA president. It was a pivotal time for the association, a time when the old guard and relatively new members had different expectations and needs. For the most part, the veteran cutters preferred the traditional ways, including subjective judging, while the newer membership wanted a more objective judging system. Denny Dunn, an NCHA past president, credits Moore with guiding the association through an important period of growth. According to Dunn, the political climate of the period was characterized by widespread opposition to proposed changes to rules and regulations in the NCHA scoring and evaluation process. One of the toughest things he's ever had to do was institute the judges' monitoring system. But with the help of a large committee made up of the old guard and the newer cutters, they were able to put the monitor system in place quickly. The creation of the NCHA Casebook, a directory of judges, monitors, and film review are all results of the foundational work completed by Moore and his committee of old guard and young blood. Moore is honored tonight for having the courage and foresight, along with political savvy, to move an overdue thought process forward to expand and grow into today's efficient and fair judging system.